Hey everybody, Ari here. Nice to have you. In this short video, I'm basically going to take you through a proof of concept of how I and my clients went through a certain process that allowed us to achieve everything we ever wanted, whether it is a happy relationship, whether it is an active dating life. But it doesn't matter what it is that we achieved. We achieved everything by doing literally the same thing. And the change that we created was something that was very, very constant and very, very applicable. So let's just dive right into it, all right? So, how my clients got various results in dating, relationships, and self development world by doing the exact same thing. Now, the reason why I'm saying dating, relationships, and self development is because these three things are connected. When I started this business of helping people be in good relationships, I did it because I truly believe in the following that a man is a mountain and a woman is his muse. This means that my approach always comes from the idea of I want men to have good lives because I believe that men are leaders of society, men are leaders of critical thinking, and men are bulwarks of freedom. When a man is able to critically think and a man is able to raise a family that is in a house that is um, based on good values and love, I think that the world becomes a better place. And the woman comes into a man's life as the role of the muse. When a man can be the mountain, when a man can be embodied in his healthy masculine energies and knows how to be this stable, strong, and sturdy bulwark, a woman can become his muse, help him grow and become better, right? Because when you are inspiring a woman with your mountain energy or masculine energy, so called, a woman would follow you everywhere and you would want to become better for her. As a result, you will become a better leader and a better father. That creates a better world for us. This is my personal volition. This is my personal belief, and this is why I do what I do. This is why I help people get to where it is that they want to get when it comes to relationships, right? So as you're about to see, this is exactly what myself and what my clients did. All right. Um, let's start with just the um, basic question of why doesn't online dating advice work these days? Um, it's mostly because let's talk for a second about the realm of dating, about the realm of relationships. Okay, when you're interacting with a woman, it's basically you have three situations or three statuses, right? You have the status when you're single and searching. You have the status when you're dating. So this is everything past the moment that you went on the first date and until you're officially a couple, right? When you're like casually dating, some people will call it. And that moment that you're in a relationship, which is basically from that moment that you're officially a couple and until either you break up or one of you dies. Um, all these three situations, they require different types of behaviors, right? And and you can't basically apply like a trick system that will kind of cover all of them. Okay. And the main reason why online dating advice doesn't work these days is because all the dating advice today, it caters to one of these states only. And by doing that, they ignore the big picture. Okay. So, just as an example, you have all of these pickup guys that tell you how to talk to a woman or how to get her number, how to use this pickup line, how to say this qualifying question, how to do this, how to do that. They take care of the first situation, the single and searching, right? But they won't tell you what to do on the first date. They won't tell you what to do on the second date. They won't tell you what to do even after you've somehow managed to get a girl's number. They won't tell you what to do in order to keep the attraction flowing, right? And they'll definitely not tell you what to do once you get a girlfriend. And you can see that because most of these guys don't have girlfriends, right? And if you go to a relationship therapist, they'll talk to you about that third part in a relationship, but it's very rare that they'll talk to you about how to actually become appealing for a woman in the first place, right? So all of the dating advice today, it's really focused on either one of those things, and nothing covers all three. Okay, but they're all missing that big picture, as I said. And the big picture is, as I say, dating and relationship starts from the inside and projects outside, not vice versa. Okay. Once you create an internal change, the outside reacts to it. And then you become undependent on outside's reaction. Okay. A lot of the guys that join my coaching, they join because they somehow seek this external validation because they think that either something is wrong with them or that they need to get the appreciation of women. Because if they'll get the appreciation of women or and the admiration of men, then they'll feel like they're respected, and then they feel like they found their place in the world. And I say that if you want to become good at all of these three situations, okay, what you need to do is you need to be able to create an internal change inside of you, and that will apply on all of these three situations. You won't need, for example, to learn pickup lines because you will already have the confidence and volition to say what's on your mind. You won't need to learn methodologies on relationships because you will know how to connect with another human being out of this deep self knowledge that you have. And this is exactly what allowed all of my clients to achieve various different results. Okay. So you can take, for example, Ralph, who I love giving his example because Ralph, and by the way, all those people that I'm talking about today, you can see the interviews that I had with them. It's like 15 minutes interviews where I talk to them about their process, about how was the process of coaching with me, what they realized, what they did. So you can also check them out on this page or on the next page, right? But basically, like you can see Ralph that basically through this internal change in himself, and he had shitloads of confidence issues. Like the guy was like the classic nice guy. I'm telling you, he was like a mess. When he joined me, he was in a toxic relationship. He was really overweight. He was extremely insecure. He had no idea what's wrong with him. And when we went into these, like kind of dismantling these structures that kept him from finding who he is really, and when he dismantled them, he's now dating regularly. He still didn't find the one, but the guy's like dating all the time. He lost 45 pounds and he's just happy with his life. Yeah. You can look at Ivan, who came to me because he felt he had deep people pleasing tendencies. And well, he never had a problem of speaking to women. He had a problem of keeping women around because he always felt like he needs to please them and to do what they want in order for them to feel safe around him. And it always gave him the opposite result, and he had no idea why. He felt like he doesn't know how masculinity looks like. And after 12 weeks of coaching, he was able to get his ex back. They started a little family together. Well, more like joined their little families because he has kids, she has kids. And she was literally like looking up to him and chasing him all of a sudden, where before he was chasing her and he had no idea how to get her. And all of a sudden she was drawn to him. And you can see that with another client of mine, John, who is not in this slide, but you can see his interview in one of the pages, who kind of achieved something very similar. And another very interesting thing about Ivan is that when he realized these things about himself, all of a sudden he realized that this woman that he's with is not the right person for him. And he was able to cut that and continue forward with confidence and volition. You can look at Misha, who before had no idea how relationships worked. His relationships always ended in fighting and tackles and violence, not physical violence, but emotional violence, right? And now he's in a 10-month already into a relationship with Nastya. They're happy to have a dog together. They just moved in together. He knows how to tackle all of the issues that happen in the relationship with confidence. They're working together to fix their problems. Okay. All because of that inner change that all of them created, understanding who they are, understanding themselves. And as I said, it doesn't matter if you're single or searching, or if you're trying to figure out relationships, or if you're trying to get an ex back, right? Creating that inner shift will result in the deep knowledge of self, who you are, which leads to this deeper meaning and purpose, right? And that will make you the man that women chase and men admire. Whenever you see a man who's deep in his volition, not in a toxic way, but like in a very loving way, you're drawn to this person. All these people, they have this deep knowledge of self. Okay. And this is what all my clients did. You can look at Travis, who is 47. He's divorced, and he's 15 years has been trying to um, figure out what's wrong with him and why can't he date. He was a classic nice guy, and he wasn't sure what he was doing that was wrong. As far as he was concerned, he was just showing love in the only way that he could, by doing things for a woman, by calling her after the first date, by sending good morning, by sending good nights, by being overly pursuing. And while he was portraying love, women didn't see it the same way and didn't reciprocate. He had no idea what he was doing, really. And when we looked into that, we kind of exposed those patterns. And the main thing that we saw was like that there's a big difference with nice guy behavior when you're trying to do things for someone because you want to, or when you're trying to do things for someone because you're afraid that she will leave you, right? Because if you simply do nice things for a woman because this is what you believe that is your mission, this is what you believe that you're just being a gentleman, right? Then she will see it differently and receive it differently than if you're doing things with the energy of, if I don't do it, then I'm afraid that she will leave me. If I don't do it, then I think that she won't find me attractive. Um, and when we change that, look what happens. The guy became so much more in his mission and purpose. On the left is his girlfriend, Summer. But before that, you see that he was dating like regularly. He lost a bunch of weight. He became a bit more tan. He changed his appearance just because he feels better about himself. And you can just really read what this lady did for him. This lady just wrote him this little postcard, which he shared in our group. And she really writes, "Hey, Travis, I just wanted to take a moment and remind you how amazing you are. Your hustle and dedication inspire me every day. I believe in you and in the incredible things we're working towards. Together, we can conquer anything that comes our way. Keep pushing forward. And remember, I'm always here cheering you on." Look what that tells you. The minute that you're on your mission and your purpose, you inspire her to follow you. She will write you little notes. She will send you sexy selfies. She will tell you that she's your biggest fan. But notice that she's not telling anything about the things that he's doing for her, but she's only addressing his mission and purpose and how inspired she is by the fact that he is on his mission. Ophir, he's 34. He's an athletics coach. This is his girlfriend, Morgan. Ophir before just had no idea how to interact with women. It was really interesting because, like, in daily life, he's like one of the most masculine men that I know. But when it comes to how he handles himself around women, it was completely different. He was completely changing around them. He was being extra nice, and this didn't work out for him. But the minute that we kind of dove into his patterns and changed them, because he realized very, very similarly to Travis that his tendencies were to please and appease rather than being true to himself, finding his mission and finding his purpose. We got him focused on his career, actually, and helped him apply the strengths that he has as an athletics coach into the dating world, and that completely changed how women saw him. To the point that he was dating for a while. He was able to pick and choose between certain women, until he found Morgan, who is now his girlfriend for almost a year now, I think. They're about to move in together, and perfectly in love, and I'm super happy for them. So yeah, as I said, I wanted to keep it short. It's already a bit longer than I thought. But if you want to know exactly how to do exactly what my clients did, so you can also achieve these results, there's two options here. Number one, I have a two-part free training for you, which takes you through the exact 3 steps that you can take yourself right now. This is 2 parts. Each part is 15 minutes long. You can just click the button below this video and receive this training, start watching it yourself. Or if you want me to take a closer look at your situation and give you some personal points, you can also DM me on Instagram, and I can send you a link to book a call with me for a free virtual coffee. All right, man, thank you very much for listening. I hope that I helped you. Keep in touch. Let me know you watched this video, and I'll talk to you soon.